Hear ye, all ye gather around the knights of the round table. I'm here with my mate over here. That's Lord Logan Myers. And me, I'm Sir Henry Hill. So these two wild rascals of the round table are back, and we have a doozy to review for you today. It's a visually stunning film from director David Lowery. And we were lucky enough to watch a screening of this from A24. It's a film that hit theaters a couple weeks back. Limited theaters. You couldn't just go out to your local AMC to find it. It was only in select theaters. Luckily, they put it online for one night only, and me and Logan here were able to watch The Green Knight, starring Dev Patel.
Hear he, the rascals at the round table will forever, the fortnighteth, return to talk about the brand new film, The Green Knight. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. I'm talking just like the characters in the film. Got an Arthurian film here. We have Dev Patel's character, which I'm very, very intrigued by and really excited in this movie for. Like, he was really great. I thought, I haven't seen much of his work, but him playing this character, being King Arthur's nephew and embarking on this quest throughout the film. And visually, it was a movie that really blew me away early on. I only saw one trailer of this film, so I didn't really know what to expect or what this was about, but I really had a great time with it. And just the setup of the film is really interesting. It really sets the overall feel first to the third act, and it was really interesting seeing a lot of mysterious people show up along the way.
A visually stunning film indeed, and we knew it was going to be just going by the trailer that we watched. I watched it only once too, so I didn't really know anything going in, but I knew that it was going to be visually appealing and more visual storytelling that we've come to expect from A24. Dev Patel's character, Gawain, he plays King Arthur's nephew in this film. And basically, he is looking to appeal to the eyes of his uncle. And, it's in the time of all the knights in medieval times. So you get all the classic imagery from the medieval times, the chain link armor, the big swords, the horseback riding, all the kingdoms and everything. So you get that great rich mythology here. And the way that David Lowery shot this film, it transports you to that time and you feel like you're there. It's in this dark and dense, foggy atmosphere that sets the tone for the whole film. And from the get-go, when we're introduced to the Green Knight who comes storming into the castle at the door, and then you have Dev Patel's character Gawain, who sort of rises up to the challenge and wants to realize the full potential of his life. And he wants to meet this challenge that's laid out by this emerald colored creature who looks kind of like a tree. He's got all these vines. He looks visually awesome. He's really gigantic. He comes wielding a big sword and he throws down the gauntlet right away. And Dev Patel's Gawain, answers the call.
And Gawain embarking on this journey, really trying to find himself, a lot of things he's questioning in his life having to do with his family, really, and his true calling as he embarks on this journey and trying to figure things out. He meets some really interesting characters along the way. One being a really great actor that's been in some other A24 films. He's going to be in the brand new Eternals film and also just got his ass beat at a hotel. Barry Keegan is his name. He was really great. He was kind of like a scoundrel, little weasel kind of guy that you can't trust, and comes across Gawain's character and some other people. But that really sets up kind of the film when he's going on this journey and the people he comes across. A lot of mythical people and creatures, and really great visual effects in this film. A lot of great practical and visual effects, but it sets a really great atmosphere and sometimes unsettling.
Very unsettling. You get some really awesome visual scenes where he's out on his journey and he comes across different people, like you mentioned. He comes across the actress that we just watched in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sorry, we saw her character play the villain in the season. She came across in one of the scenes. And she says that she's been decapitated, and Sir Gawain has to go and sort of help her find her decapitated head in this dark, forest. Apparently, she has this whole backstory where she gets decapitated, and we see some crazy imagery with that. We also come across this fox who he sees out on his journey too, and it's always following him. And they sort of set up a relationship too going forward on this big epic journey that he's taken on. We also see some characters from Game of Thrones, King Arthur's wife, who plays the queen, Kate Dickie. I recognized her from Game of Thrones. You also have Alicia Vikander, who played, she was in Tomb Raider. Obviously, Deus Ex Machina or Deus Ex Machina. Alicia Vikander plays Essel. It's sort of this girl that Gawain has this relationship with. She's kind of in love with her. She actually plays multiple roles in the movie. There's a lot of visual flashbacks and hallucinations. This movie is like this epic journey. It's basically Gawain taking mushrooms on the way. There is a part where he actually does physically take mushrooms, and he sees these big giant creatures walking throughout the mountains. Giants. And it's visually stunning. I mean, even if you're watching this completely sober, you're going to be tripping out. You're going to think that you're lit and you need to settle down and sort of sink into your chair and like prepare for the journey, because it goes to some pretty dark and unsettling places. Your eyes are going to have a feast in front of them, let's say. We also see Joel Edgerton, our good mate, who played Tom Buchanan in The Great Gatsby.
Hey, Daisy.
Come on in.
Hey, looking for Nick here. What, you seen him?
He's a great actor, Australian actor, Joel Edgerton. He plays the Lord in this. He looks very like he's with the times. He has long hair. He's dressed up in the medieval garb, rides a horse. There's a scene where him and Dev share a kiss in the forest. So there's this movie. There isn't a lot of dialogue. It's mostly visual. There is some dialogue. Some of it went over my head, as well as some of the title cards. I couldn't quite make out what they said. That was one of the problems that I had with the film. I couldn't quite read the intermission where they'd show you to go to the next part of the movie. They'd have some title cards up and they'd put it in this font that I couldn't read two or three out of the time. So I missed some things here, but this is a movie that is mainly for the eyes, really. You're going to get some great effects, and the cinematography is beautiful by David Lowery. And this is really what you're going to see in this movie.
Yeah. And then all the camera work, cinematography, and score really tells the story of this. Being King Arthur's nephew, embarking on this journey, taking mushrooms, going on like a trip. The like second, third act of the film, it felt like he was tripping. Like none of this is actually happening. It was just all part of his trip, but maybe it's a little different at the end, how it all pans out. But it was really mind-bending, trippy is the best way to put this film. This is not what I expected. I expected a lot more fighting and action in this film, where this is more, based on this journey, trying to figure out who he is and where he wants to be, and having to do with his future. So a lot of questions here, but most of it's told by the camera work and the long shots of him being out in like England or wherever this is at, on the moors, walking across and coming across people. So it wasn't very dialogue heavy and not what I expected, but I had a really great time with it, because A24, they are known for making unique films that are nothing like anything else in Hollywood right now, which I really appreciate. This is one of those films. So this is a film I would definitely go back and rewatch, because I don't think I fully comprehended everything. I got what they were going with it and got some of the messages they're trying to convey, but it's a movie I'm gonna have to rewatch and try to pay attention a little better, because I just kind of fell into all the visuals and got lost, in certain parts. But that being said, I love Dev Patel in this film. He was really great actor. I'm not really familiar with his work too much, but I thought he did a great job with this. Directing was really fantastic. David Lowery, supporting cast, Joel Edgerton, and Alicia Vikander as Essel. I thought she was really great too. Had some great scenes with Dev Patel's character, but overall it was just visually stunning. Great score, really great period piece having to do with King Arthur, the Round Table. The story we're all familiar with, and this guy going on this journey and coming across some really spooky stuff, and a trippy, fun movie. This is something I really had a great time with. A24 again, love those people over there, put out great films, and this is definitely one of the better films of the year. A movie I would definitely pick up on 4K and rewatch this again, because it was a fun time, and especially with surround sound and the big TV, it looks really beautiful. So I'm going to give The Green Knight a 4 out of 5 Dev Patel hair pieces.
Dev Patel's best performance that we've seen him in yet. I first saw him in Slumdog Millionaire, Danny Boyle's film, way back in 2008. I don't think he ever fully reached his potential because obviously it's 2021 and you haven't really seen him in too many things. I've know of him from that movie, and he was in that Best Exotic Marigold Hotel movie, which I never saw, but I remember seeing him in some previews, him and Judi Dench in that film. But this is really his movie from the get-go, and he really sells you on the part. He shows a lot of emotion without having a lot of dialogue. You can see it in his eyes in this journey. He does a lot of things without using words, which is a sign of a good actor. And he really rises to the role of the hero in this film. This guy that's the nephew of King Arthur, who has to go on this long journey to prove his worth, and he has to come across this real nefarious looking Green Knight, and rise to the challenge, knowing how the Green Knight is, knowing what the challenge is that was laid by the Green Knight, which is, it has to do with his life being taken. So he has to go on this journey throughout the film, and I had a really great time with the film too. Like we mentioned, this is a visually stunning film, and one that I'll need to watch too, again, just to pick up all the things that I missed the first time, just because my eyes were trying to catch everything that was going on the screen, kind of comprehend the story that way. But throughout the whole film, by the time they wrap it up, you get a good idea of what happened. But yes, I will be returning to this to revisit it once it comes out in glorious 4K. With that being said, I am going to give David Lowery's The Green Knight a 3.5 out of 5 Dev Patel hair pieces.
So kudos to our friends over at A24. Had a great time checking this out, virtual screening. It's fun with everything going on. It's cool checking out brand new films. In the comfort of your own home, I had a great time with this. Definitely one of the better films of the year. And looking forward to more of the catalog of A24, what they put out, more horror flicks and unique films and films that we like talking about and reviewing. If you guys haven't already, check us out right here on our YouTube channel. We have a Fellas giveaway, Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. We're doing that giveaway next Thursday night. So our video's up here. We ask the question, to answer what's your favorite horror flick of the year. We'll announce one random winner next Thursday. Also, I just did an interview with Ricardo Islas from The Last Matinee, a horror flick that just hit digital DVD. Had a great time with that. And then me and this guy have been talking What If on Disney Plus, that new Marvel animated show. Having a great time with that. We'll be back here tomorrow talking about the brand new episode that premieres on Disney Plus. So we got lots of content coming your way. If you guys haven't already, hit subscribe below.
Subscribe and like and love us. We love you guys. Thank you for following along with us. This has been another fun review to do with you, mate. We'll be back very soon with lots of great summer movies to come and great TV shows that'll be premiering soon. We're going to have our hands full, and we love the challenge. We love having films to look forward to. It's been a long pandemic. Hopefully these films that are lined up to be released will be released on time. No, they're already talking about pushing back Venom again, which is fine. They can push Venom back. I'm not really too worried about that one. I'll watch it, but it's not one of my most anticipated. But let's hope these films stay on track. We get to watch some films and enjoy them and review them. Yes, and we will be doing a breakdown of the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. So stay tuned for that too. So until the next Cinephellas review from these two wild rascals, that's my mate, Lord Logan. I'm Sir Henry Hill. And until next time, wield your swords, boys. The Green Knight's coming. Cheers! Cheers!